Your Excellency, President of the Republic of Kenya, I'm just trying to catch your eye. Thank you, Your Excellency. I was trying to catch your eye. The Honorable the Chief Justice, I have caught your eye already, yes. The Chief Justice and head of the Supreme Court and basically head of the judiciary. The Minister for Foreign and Diaspora Affairs, Honorable Musalia Mudavadi, and in a minute I will explain why it is so important that you are here. And I'm glad that you are here. The Attorney General is somewhere here. And all the diplomats who are here, thank you for coming. Please allow me to ride on the protocols that have already been established. But I particularly want to mention the Principal Secretary, Dr. Abraham Korir Singoye, because everything will be landing at his door. And he knows it. I can see your face. You know it. After this, Your Excellency, thank you first and foremost for nominating Honorable Ndungu to be a candidate for the ICC elections scheduled for December this year, and today launching her candidature. How many years ago was it that I went through this exercise? I went through an exercise of nomination. And my election to the International Criminal Court was on the 20th of January, 2009. I can't forget that date because the same day President Obama was taking oath of office in Washington, D.C., and our elections were in New York. So I have that reason to remember always. Now, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs is absolutely critical in this whole exercise, as they will literally take over after today's launch and continue with the campaign, and that's why I mentioned the Principal Secretary. And I'm just remembering what I went through. That's how many years ago? 2009 to today, 2026. Any arithmetic? Quick. Yes. Now, just for record purposes, and I think this is important, just for record purposes, we shall be looking for votes, because election, you're looking for votes, isn't it? From 125 countries who are state parties to the Rome Statute. This is the Rome Statute that created the International Criminal Court. And to date, there are 125 countries. Those are the votes we are going to look for. Out of that, 33 are African nations. By the time I was going for elections, there were 108 state parties to the Rome Statute. It has developed, isn't it? And that's why we have 125 state parties to the Rome Statute. Out of that, I said 33 African nations, Latin American, 28 states, Eastern Europe, 20 states, Western Europe and other countries, 25 states, and Asia Pacific, 19 states. These are the votes we are going to look for. 125. We have a candidate that can get all that. Now, I will not talk about those who have just signed. I'm talking about those states who have ratified the Rome Statute, 125. And with East Africa, of course, I will not talk about other countries that have since stepped down. Now, this scenario, Honorable Your Excellency, this scenario is very different from the scenario we have at the United Nations. We also have a candidate as a country for the civil court. They call it the World Court. At The Hague, they call it the World Court. I can't explain why it's called the World Court. There are 193 countries that are eligible to vote for Judge Dr. Phoebe. But for ICC, 125. That's the difference between the two courts, International Court of Justice and International Criminal Court. These two courts are different. And you can even see the member states are different. But for today, we want this. We want the 125 votes for our candidates because we have a special candidate. Now, please allow me to make one more comment, Your Excellency. Apart from the candidates that we have, states parties, and this happened, and I saw this in New York in 2009, state parties also critically examine the country the candidate is coming from. In New York, there's a big hall like this one, and different embassies sit with their candidate in that corner, that corner, that corner, that corner, different corners. That's the process of the campaign that my sister Ndoki is going to go through. And they look beyond the candidate that they have with them, and they're looking at the country. Fortunately, by the time that, first and foremost, Your Excellency, the successful African Forum Summit that has just ended, that's a big plus for our candidate. Very big plus. Thank you. And as we move forward, there will be, because that time, the only person who is probably with the candidate at that time, if I recall, is the ambassador, or if the ambassador is not there for the day, it will be the legal officer from the mission, the Kenya Embassy, Kenya mission. And at that time, whoever was with me all the time, she's now the ambassador in Germany, Kenya's ambassador in Germany. At the time, she was the legal officer in the embassy. Now, Your Excellency, because they are going to begin looking beyond the candidate and beginning to say, okay, you are a candidate, we have seen your profile, but A, B, C, D, how can we trust you? Your country is doing A, B, C, D. So it is important, Your Excellency, that we talk about peace building, mediation and peace building to take us forward. I'm saying this because personally I'm a certified international mediator and a peace builder. And I saw that worked very well for 2 years when I was in South Sudan, reforming the judiciary of South Sudan. Peace building helped a lot. And that's where we are going to move to now. Now, I'm a very keen Rotarian, Your Excellency, very, very keen. And, Rotary service above self. And very soon, on the 4th of July, I'll be installed as the president of the oldest Rotary club in this country. All the senior Rotarians belong there, started in 1930. And my motto is peace. And I especially want to work with the younger generation, mentorship. And they are called Rotaractors. The younger generation are Rotaractors. Basically, they are Gen Zs. That's the name that they are Gen Zs. So if we can get them in order, if we can mentor them, and that is my motto for the next 1 year, mentor them. If I can find other organizations that are able to work with me so that we mentor, so that by the time our sister goes for election or Dr. Phoebe goes for elections, we are people that the world can trust. Because sometimes our younger generation, our Gen Zs, they are misused, they are cheated, So I'm preaching peace building and peace everywhere so that we have a very good candidate. There is no reason, I've told my sister, Justice Ndoki, there is no reason why she cannot win these elections. I give her little tips here and there, and I told her, you have to win, and you have to do better than what I did. Thank you, Your Excellency, and I just sincerely hope that I will manage from 4th of July moving forward. I will manage to mentor the younger generation, Rotaractors. And once we mentor Rotaractors, they're going to mentor other young people so that we have peace in the country. We need peace everywhere, every day. Thank you very much.